Tracy and I are in New Jersey. We're waiting to deliver a load. This week has been a little funky. Several things were delayed. So it's a Friday and we're here in New Jersey. I really question if we'll be able to make it home for this weekend, but we'll see. I have not been consistent in making videos, making content like I've wanted to be. I've wanted to actually start recording things for YouTube. If nothing else, just for the purpose of putting content out there. And a lot of my favorite truck drivers on YouTube, most of their stuff is just them talking in their trucks, so I'd like to do the same, at least semi-consistently, but we'll see. I have changed companies twice since my last YouTube video. I was at Halver Lines when I last posted, I believe. I'm with a smaller company in Ohio now. We're home weekly for the most part, and it's by far the best job that I've ever had in trucking and in general. It actually pays pretty well, and the company itself is a really decent company. Of course, my family and I were still financially struggling because life in 2026 is unmanageably expensive, but I can finally say that we're paid well, at least. I don't know how we're going to dig ourselves out of the financial hole that we're in, but I like where I am. I have several topic ideas, video ideas, things that I'd like to talk about on this channel, just off the top of my head. I've been very slow to get my truck fully organized and put into place, but I think I'm getting close to the point where I could do a truck tour video and feel okay about it. I think I'm going to try to put out a video in the near future about working out and fitness, specifically band barbell ground plate training. I have the X3 and Harambe systems, and it's not that I have anything against gym going or other training modalities, but I initially heard of band barbell ground plate training because I had heard of Dr. Jaquish, the maker of the X3 system. And I went from being a little skeptical but intrigued to very interested to now I really love this style of training. And it's not even just because it's convenient. I can have the systems on the truck with me. I don't have to get out weight plates from underneath the bed. It's not just because I can use the systems at home and I can bypass the inconvenience of having to travel to the gym and all of that. I genuinely enjoy using the systems. I like the way the systems look and feel, the tension on them, the tension that you can get from the bands that come from both of these systems. I find it intriguing and satisfying to think that thick rubber bands can provide you with theoretically 1,000 pounds of resistance. Not that I'm lifting anywhere near that, but yeah, I'd like to do videos about both systems and that style of training in general. I'm also thinking that I'd like to do a video about Sleep Token's new album. Within the past year, Sleep Token has put out a new album, and Ethel Cain put out a new album, and both of those albums have really impacted me and been beautiful to me, so I think that topic deserves a video. And I have a few other ideas. I'd like to start simply talking, ranting, sharing random thoughts into my phone, and actually posting content. I've been in a pretty depressive, lacking in energy sort of slump for the most part. Half the time it's a miracle if at the end of my workday I even work out and cook. And it's funny because I always feel better when I've worked out, and I always feel better when I've actually eaten a meal opposed to snacks. Nothing wrong with snacking, but if you go for 2 days or so only eating snacks and not having a quality meal, it starts to affect you. But there are plenty of days where I crawl back into the sleeper and I do nothing that I want to do. And so creating content has been in my mind, but it has not been anything I've executed. But I'd like to start. There are so many YouTubers that I follow, not just truckers, but truckers included. A lot of them, they stick out to me just because of who they are. These users or these creators that I'm thinking of, it's often just them in a room or in their truck or wherever talking, but I tune in to their content regularly because of their unique ways of talking about things. And so I'm not assuming that I'm unique or interesting or that a ton of people would be interested in my content, but I like the idea of posting and kind of having a video journal, a vlog through YouTube. So it would really take nothing for me to record at least once a week. So I'm going to attempt to try to put things together for YouTube more often. We'll see. I think I've reiterated that point more than once, and I'm rambling, so for the, 3 or 4 people that might see this video, I'm going to try to become at least semi-consistent. And I initially wanted to focus on Instagram and TikTok, but I really like the idea of YouTube being a main thing for me. Not that I would forsake the other 2 platforms, but I subscribe to YouTube Premium for a reason. I listen to YouTube while I work. And YouTube has so much to offer in terms of a variety of content, so it's opportune at the very least. A lot has happened in my life since I last posted. For one, my wife and I had a baby this past year, and he is 9 months old. I can't believe that it's almost to the point where he will be a toddler. He'll always be my baby, but he's almost to the point of not actually being a baby, but a toddler, and that is beautiful, and yet it really saddens me because time has flown since he was born, and it was flying before that point too. But my wife will send me videos and pictures of him almost every day, and it's funny how a video of him eating something or a video of him making noises, it can move me so much, and it's so striking to me, these little moments of his, like moments where he's first having X food. He's had so many firsts. And I love his babyhood. So every little noise and mannerism that I get to see, it's all precious to me. And I'm kind of amazed at how quickly it seems that time has gone by. It feels like the days are long, but time as a whole is so brief from year to year. And that became especially true when I became a stepdad. It became especially true when I graduated from college. And it became especially true when we had a baby. The past 6 or 7 years have flown by, and it's weird to think that I think 7 or 8 years ago I graduated from college. I've been a truck driver for more than 3 years. I don't know. These sorts of things blow my mind. Not that I'm really saying anything profound, but time is strange to me. So, yeah, this was an attempt to create some sort of a video that I can upload. A moment of popping in and saying hi to the camera again. Gracie and I have been here at this receiver since, 2 this morning, and I don't even know what time it is. It's going on 11 in the morning. They're delayed. We were delayed by a day. The thing is, the company I work for pays me a salary, generally speaking. I mean, there is some variance to it, but it is a salary, depending on how many days you're available for dispatch, so it's so nice. I always enjoyed downtime in trucking. I just got a workout in. I've been scrolling. I sprayed everything down and wiped everything down the surfaces of my truck. We've been chilling. I got a nap in. I always enjoyed the downtime in my truck with every company I was with, and yet it was this contradictory sort of state I'd find myself in. I wanted the downtime, but then I didn't because it would affect the paycheck negatively because I had to chase miles. And so not being paid by the mile is a game changer. Now, I don't know how it's going to affect my home time this weekend because we're all the way out in New Jersey. But I don't know. Things happen. And it's a beautiful sunny day, so I'll close the video with a look at Gracie and a look at this. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it's pretty.